Before this video begins, if anybody wishes to, please animate this. Because this is a story that I think would be better animated than me voicing it. Because this is a true story. This is not no cockamamie scheme. This is a true story. It happened to me. I was there. It actually happened. It's dope. Please watch. No way. This is a story about how Pokemon Go stopped an explosion on a naval station base. I was just biking around trying to find this shiny Bronzor, shiny Munchamp, or shiny Shinx. Shiny Pokemon, in short. When I start hearing this popping, loud pop sound. And at this point, I just finished a raid for a Pokemon. And I'm like, what's that sound? And I happen to be like heading over there because there was like 2 item areas. And I see it. There's a smoking area in flames. That's all I could see. I could see this canopy looking area covered in fire and smoke. And immediately I'm like, I need to call the fire department. So I'm like, Norfolk Naval Station 911 or whatever. First thing I got was the police and they wouldn't answer. So then I called the second number. That was the fire station closest by. I told them it was near gate 5 and that it was right behind the bowling alley. And literally within not even 2 minutes they were there fighting the fire. What was funny was by the time they got there, like literally as they got there, the roof of this canopy that's on fire still, smoking on fire, falls down. And I'm like, that's convenient that they weren't in there. Or anybody for that matter. But I'm standing there with my bike and my helmet. I'm just sitting there thinking, oh God, this doesn't look that bad. I mean, it just looks like a canopy on fire. It's just wood on a concrete slab. But when they started clearing it up and started removing some of the stuff, I noticed something to the left of this canopy that was engulfed in flames. To the left was a van. That's the first thing I noticed, a van with a gas tank. And you guys know what happens when fire meets gas tanks. But what I didn't see until it was told to me, there was a trailer with 2 propane tanks on it. I was like, if I didn't do anything, which I'm happy I did, thank God I did, because that would have been one hell of an explosion. Like, if I would have just stayed where I was at that gym, just taking a nap, I would have probably got the shit knocked out of me by one of those explosions. Whether it be the gas tank or the propane, one of those would have either stalled the fuck out of me or some of the shrapnel could have killed me. So I'm happy that I called the fire department for that. I'm like, oh, good. At first, I did not know that was there. I literally just saw smoke, fire, and the outline of a canopy for smokers. And I'm like, and at first, I saw they had this plexiglass in there to block the wind out so you can light your cigarette. That shit was melting like ice cream on a freaking fire. Like, this, it wasn't a fire, my bad. Ice cream on a frying pan. That's how quickly this stuff was melting. And at first I'm like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be like, I was afraid they were gonna accuse me of lighting the fire in the canopy, but no. Turns out what they assumed was somebody did not fully extinguish their cigarette and due to the accumulating heat outside, the fire spread and literally lit the entire canopy up, which makes sense because where I saw the initial flame was near the back of the canopy, or the middle, where they usually store their cigarette butts. So I'm thinking they're right about that, and it wasn't some juvenile means of just doing stupid shit. So yeah, that is how Pokemon Go saved an area on Norfolk Naval Base from being exploded. I guess you could say I did it because I was playing Pokemon Go, but if it wasn't for Pokemon Go's event for the shiny Bronzor and all that, I would have never went to that 1-tier raid. I would have never saw that fire. I would have never been trying to get the research that's near the fire to call them to extinguish the fire. So, a lot of people are going to look at me as you're the one who did this, you're the one who stopped the fire by calling them, but to me, it was Niantic, it was Pokemon Go, because if it wasn't for their event, I wouldn't have been out there. I would have not. I would have been in here, because I'm sick as hell. I would have been asleep in my bed, drinking some tea, something. But, like I said before, Pokemon Go saved Norfolk Naval Station from an explosion. And that's literally all I gotta say. Everybody's gonna say it's me, but it really was me playing my game. A game I'm addicted to.